Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Asshole Consulting, they gotta hop on a plane, get out to Vegas. Oh, God. Oh, doesn't end, does it? Doesn't end. Oh. You can see why old guys just want to golf and play cards. You know how I'm actually looking forward to the nursing home because I'm just going to sit and watch all the old 1950s and 60s Western shows like Rawhide and Gunsmoke because I never had time, but I always watch. I'm like, oh, that looks like a nice place. Get lost in there as they feed my brain full of drugs. Like, where am I? Is this reality? I like this reality more than the other one. Take me there, Daddy. And that's how Cappy died. A non-heroic death. Aaron, it's been about 2.5 years since I reached out to you for some dating advice. I have to say thank you, and he capitalized that. Thank you. Man, it was spot on. Oh, Capmeister knows what he's talking about. Worth dropping a couple bucks here, boys and girls. Getting more aggressive, opening up, and understanding my value were key. Speaking of, I have increased my income to the low six-figure range and have moved into a leadership role at my firm. Hey, there we go. That said, I've been getting dates with some decent quality hot fit chicks, some of them even cooks. See examples below. However, when you sit back and do an ROI analysis, it's a no-go every time. Example 1, the not-so-spicy Latina, advanced degree, advanced degree in what? Engineering? It's always engineering in the military. Yes, and it will be until the majority of women major in engineering and the majority of guys go into the military. Then I'm going to keep it. Geez, Aaron, is it always about eating healthy and dieting? Yes, it is, until people start. Very super fit, feminine, stays in shape, and is conservative leading. However, she doesn't cook or clean. She has a decent paying job now, about 50 to 60K, but I think her end game is to be a stay-at-home mom who doesn't cook and has a maid, in which case, why wouldn't I just marry the maid? That's true. That's true. Half sarcasm. No, that should be full seriousness. That's a no-go for me. Example 2, dated this beautiful Japanese woman. She has a decent corporate job, very sweet, could cook, and the whole 9 yards, but she's a bit younger, early 20s, has a small tattoo. Seems to be struggling to figure herself out. The volatility, there's a no-go. Well, I think you're being overly harsh with both of them. I mean, because, look, did you know what you were doing when you were 23? That's normal. At the risk of sounding conceited, I think I'm a pretty high-quality dude, and the last thing I want to do is settle for less, especially having tasted the top shelf. Now that I've hit my mid-30s, I'm beginning to wonder if I'm going to find a compatible woman to settle with. What do you think about a man getting an egg donor and having children through surrogacy? I'm not sure if it's fair to the child to be raised in a single-parent household. It's not. But it'd guarantee that my family situation would be stable, i.e. no divorce. Okay. This is a tragic statement, but you're right. It really is. That would, God, you're almost, it is sad. That'd be right to have a stable father raising the daughter or the son and not to have the mother ripped out from what would have been otherwise. I mean, it's the new normal, but it's still not ideal or optimal. Your thoughts on the following would be appreciated. 1, is there an age to stop dating or maybe lower physical standards as a man if you want to have a family eventually? Yeah, well, yeah, if you want to have a family, you're going to have to stop dating. I think your wife is going to insist on it. Some women are okay if you go run around, especially if you play it right, but inevitably if you're going to have a family, you are going to have to settle down. And family, meaning children, meaning, I'm going to say it again, your life is over. Your children are the number one thing. And that probably means not banging a bunch of whores while your wife is at home. As appealing as it might sound. But yeah, you stop dating when you have a family. That's kind of how it goes. Lowering your physical standards, not necessarily. I mean, if you are that top of a man, it sounds like, and you sent some pictures, these are very good looking women. This gal's shooting a gun, that's great. This other gal, hello. You're getting top-notch women here. She's conservative leaning, very feminine. The other one's a Japanese girl who's young, wants to cook, and has a corporate job. These are very quality women. you're probably just getting too many of them. You're like, you haven't sampled all the types of cake in the cake store, which is understandable. And it's kind of hard to settle when you do with that. But yes, you're going to have to pick one. If you really want children, you're going to have to pick one. Is surrogacy a realistic option for men who could afford it? No. They need their mother, dude. They need their mother. All right? I am not delusional enough to say, all you need is your father. And now there have been studies, and again, I'm sure there are studies contradicting this, but there have been studies that show children brought up with the father only in broken homes do better than, on average, than children brought up by the mother only. But we're not going, they need their mother. All right? Don't you think that you're smarter than nature. Nature has made it that there's a dad and a mom. Right? I'm not even saying God. We're not even saying religion. Nature. There's good genetic, of which we don't even understand these biological and genetic reasons. It doesn't matter if you don't understand it or not. Your children deserve a mother. So you have to choose wisely. Would it be healthy for the kids growing up in a single-parent household? No. I suppose producing siblings would be very hard to explain. Yes. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right. That would be very hard to explain. No. Dude, do you want the kids more? You sound like a feminist now. I'll be honest with you. You sound like a feminist. I want a child. Because fuck the child, right? You know, I want this awesome coffee mug. I want this SD card. I want that backpack. I want a child. You don't even sound like you love the kid. This is all for you. No. If you really love your children, you will have a mother there. You'll have your wife there. You'll have both parents there. Right? Now, the problem you face, I answered your question. That's 100% correct. The hard part, this is the problem you face, is you're going to have to pick one. You're having too good of a time. And I'll tell you this. Perfect is the enemy of good. Watch my video, there's always a catch. Because there is. There's always going to be a catch with women. And the question is whether it's a deal-breaking catch or it's a catch that you can deal with. These women do not have deal-breaker catches. Now, let me further qualify that statement by explaining. This conservative Latina, she doesn't cook or clean. Okay, well, she's conservative. My God. That's so rare that she's not a rank leftist, that she isn't first going to bow down at the state and love the government more than she's going to love human beings. That's amazing. That's super rare. She'd go right into the potential candidate for marriage group if you were ready for it, which it doesn't seem like you are right now, but going forward. She's feminist days. She shoots guns. Every guy right now is like, go. Your concern, which is legitimate, is that she wants to have a maid. No. And this is, look, you men just think women come and you don't get to change them. Like a car is not customizable. Like you can't put it in a cold air intake system. That you can't, you can't put on new rims. You don't have to take the woman as it is. Say, no, if we're having family, if we get married, you're going to learn to cook. And they may find it insulting. I know this may shock you, but women can change. Oh, and we're not getting a maid. You're raising the damn children. They need their mother. It's kind of like you get the menu and it says steak with potatoes. And you're like, oh, I really want the steak, but I don't want the potatoes, so I'm not going to have the steak. I'm not going to order that. You can ask them for broccoli. You can say, can I sub broccoli for potatoes? Oh, well, yes, we can. And you'd be amazed if women like it. They actually will. Now, I'd recommend you record your conversations like, you are going to stay at home and take care of the children. We're not getting a maid. Because, not every... And who knows? It sounds like she had a great father. Who knows where she got this idea that they're going to have a maid? Where'd you get that? Watching TV? What, you watching your Telemundo Mexican soap operas? Yeah, that ain't the real world. Esteban Carlo, ¿por qué? Es muy mal. ¿Dónde está el baño? El queso es muy fuerte. And other random phrases I learned in one semester of Spanish. That's pretty much every Mexican soap opera I've ever watched. ¿Por qué, Fernando? So she could change that. And then here you got this, 23-year-old poor Japanese girl. She's a little lost, you think? Well, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. That's why. What do you want her? She's got her game plan laid out like Stalin's 5-year plans. She also could be marriage potential, but you got to have a conversation with her. Hey, where are you going? What do you want to do? Are you trying to figure out? And you know what? Perfectly acceptable 23-year-old girl is going to need some time to figure it out. A 23-year-old guy needs time to figure it out. Everybody needs to pull their asses out at 23. That's sometimes a multi-year process. Some people never get their heads out of their ass, and they die with cats as a spinster. But it seems like you are pulling some top-notch women here. And there is going to be some marriage material ones in there. The real issue is whether you're ready to get married, which it doesn't sound like you are, because you're just having too much damn fun, and that's all right. But you also have delusion. You're expecting this to be perfectly served. No. There's going to be a drawback. There's going to be something that has to be changed. Or it's just going to be, something you just have to live with. And this is on the girl side too. I'm sure the GF would like to have a taller boyfriend. Too bad. This is as tall as old Capmeister is going to get. There are other things that, when I was dating gals, I look back that they were marriage material, but I was like, oh no, it wasn't this or wasn't. But then there were a few. There were still just one girl. She was nice. Oh, was she dumb? Oh my God. Just like. Is that the brake? Yes, it's the brake. How do you not know? You've been pushing that for 2 times. How do you not know that's the brake? Where was I going with that? I'm just remembering now. Like, oh my God. If you want to have a family, you're going to need a wife. Because their children are going to need a mother. And the mother's going to stay at home. Unless, for some reason, she ends up making more than you, and then you're lose your job, then you stay at home. But don't expect women to be perfectly scripted and all prepackaged for marriage material. There's always going to be a catch. And sometimes you got to address that, and you got to find out if that's going to go away. Is it a deal breaker? Is it not? Can you get rid of it? Because perfect example is the conservative Latina you got there. Great everywhere else, but maid? No. You're not sitting there eating your bonbons while Escuela. Was that the Family Guy's maid's name? Escuela is school, isn't it? Whatever. She's taking care of the kids. No. She will raise her own darn children. And then you have a serious conversation about it. But I think you need to play the field a little bit more. Keep the numbers of these gals that are candidates. Maybe it doesn't work out now. All of a sudden the Japanese girl kind of figures it out. And they always have boyfriends. You can steal them. You can take them away. Especially if you're a high-value male such as yourself. So, all right, there you go. No surrogacy. No, you're going to do it old school. All right? Your children, and remember, when you have children, your life is over. Okay? The kids come first. So you better get your fun. Go sow your wild oats and have fun before you change your life permanently. Because then you got to wait until you're an empty nester. And hope to God your wife is still hot after the kids leave the house. All right, we'll see you guys later. Toodles.